What's going on, Joe fans? Mr. 1013 here with another episode of the Sub Team series. And this time we're going to go over the G.I. Joe Rawhides. They were first introduced in the G.I. Joe movie. And let's talk about who the Rawhides are. A group of G.I. Joe recruits consisting of 5 men and 1 woman who were under the supervision of Beachhead. The regiment was ordered to be sped up by Hawk and Duke after 7 Joes vanished in the Himalayas. They aided in defeating Cobra Law's 40,000 year scheme to reclaim the planet. And if you saw the movie, I recently just rewatched it too. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it a couple of times, but I definitely wanted to rewatch it because I knew I would want to do the Rawhides. And it was a great story. During some of the history, I see that people just some fun facts. So, Duke was supposed to die in the movie. But I guess it tested badly after the whole Optimus Prime getting killed. So they had to actually edit out the sound and reread for that part to make him seem like he was just in a coma versus being killed. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And like Lieutenant Falcon and the rest of the game was supposed to kind of lead the new generation of Joe. So that was kind of interesting, but let's get into it. Let's see what classified figures from this sub team made it. And we're going to move on to the first one, and we have Beachhead. So posted here is actually, we know we got a retro Beachhead in classified, but the first Beachhead that we got for classified was the Cobra Island exclusive, that Target exclusive one. They were super hard to find, right? So this is who we have pictured here. This is the version of Beachhead, the classified version of Beachhead versus the retro card. So I just wanted to point that out before we get into the distinctions between the two. So still a great upgrade to Beachhead. They didn't do too much when it came to the classified version. You still got the green camo. I like the texture they got on here. I like the baklava, the face mask. I like the texture that they added on there. We have come to see this mask a few more times within the line. Brown pants, didn't have the tiger stripes on there. Again, you would definitely get this with the retro carded classified Beachhead with a very close, very almost one-to-one to the original O-ring. But Beachhead was originally released in 1986. And his classified was released in 2020. Again, part of that first wave of classified figures, man. We already 6 years into this thing, man. We already got 200 some odd figures, and I'm glad that the line is still going. But again, here's Beachhead. This was his first iteration of classified. So let's get an in-hand look at how Beachhead came. And here we go, the in-hand look of Beachhead. Get my camera together real quick. Let's get some up close. And again, very solid, man. I actually had to get my Beachhead off of eBay because I could not find this guy. I mean, stuff was scarce. We didn't know how long the line was going to be around, so it was like trying to get your hands on this stuff was hard. It was hard, and I think retailers wasn't getting figures in like that. You know what I'm saying? If they were getting out of here. But neither here nor there. Early again in the game, so we have double pinned elbows and legs. Even though this was the beginning, very nice molds used. We got some nice detail on the pockets with the two-tone greens and everything. The com is actually painted here. The beret was removable. Nice detailing on the flag here. Nice solid browns and matte blacks. We got some nice glossy paint on the knee pads. Articulation. At the time, we still had the butterfly hinges. We had the drop down. We had the cuts at the thighs. So we had all the premium articulation that we have now. But again, just with the updates to the pinless, which again are a lot better now. That's better looking on the figures. You know what I'm saying? We do have the same articulation from Go. And again, nice detailing here. Just some hits of red on top of the all black instead of having just like an all black holster on each side. We got the nice shin guards down here. And again, very solid figure in the classified line, especially being the first out the gate. And we noticed a lot of the classified figures out the gate were pretty much like almost a futuristic style. And this was more kind of grounded. So that was a nice turn. Let's get back to the slide so we can see exactly what BTA came with. And this was, again, the original release was 2020. He came with a backpack, nice green, big auto rifle here. You know what I'm saying? I wish we would have got these in like black. So um, green crossbow, pistol, knife, backpack, all black, and of course his hat. So again, very solid figure, man. As I'm getting the next figure prepared for us. We are on to the next. And we got Chuckles, originally released in 1987 along with the movie. And the classified release was 2023, and he was a part of a convention exclusive. Which one? I cannot recall. They were it's something like Joe. It's like the San Diego Comic-Con. It also came with, excuse me, the Hasbro Pulse Day exclusive. It was, so I can't recall exactly where it came from, but it had a nice little package and everything with it. But let's take a look at him. This was his first time in classified, and we can already see this is in there 1-to-1. Green pants, brown belt. We got the leaves and the flowers and everything. Definitely better in the classified version. We got Patrick Star over here, but I mean, blonde hair. The guy looks good. They added the holster, as you can see. They have it over here, and they had it here as well. So I did not know that. You actually had a holster that you can put. It wasn't molded onto this guy, so that was pretty dope. Again, just a fantastic 1-to-1 perfect update in the classified version. I don't see how this guy could be used as a retro, because I mean, this is pretty much it, man. Like, I don't think the colors are pretty much dead on. So a retro version of this guy, I couldn't see coming, but hey, you never know. They might spin it some way, but this is a perfect update and classified. So let's take that in-hand look at Chuckles. And here he is. And again, pretty much what you saw in the mock-up. Let me focus there. Pretty much what you got in the mock-up, man. Very nicely done. Paint apps are very clean on them. Not too complicated, not too many details in the page. All green paint, matte black boots. We had pin knees, double joints, pinless arms. He had cuts and stuff. The biceps was right at the sleeve, right there. Ab crunch there. And we will also get a chance to see what accessories that Chuckles came with in his packaging. As you see, there's a peg hole on the back there for hosting like his walkie-talkie. Nice little wristwatch right there. Nice little detailing. Let me see if we can get closer on there. If I can move my hand out the way. There we go. Nice little detailing on there as well. Nice calm. Looks real good. Again, solid figure, man. They did a perfect update to this guy. And he was, again, kind of packaged with the Crimson, not together, but with the Crimson strike team with Baroness and the twins. And they all, that kind of told a story in itself. That Chuckles was stealing information or intel from them. And then they, kind of had a little back and forth story. So I like that. That was dope. So let's see what items that Chuckles came with. And here we go. There is the file. As you can see, the file card where the Crimson bat here. So I think that was the intel that he was stealing. They were making Crimson bats. He had the lay right here. Also came with the beat up Chuckles. I like this head sculpt. That's pretty dope. The detailing on the black eye and everything. So he definitely got into some scraps with some Crimson Vipers over there. We got the sunglasses if you want to throw them over the eye, cover up the shiner. Got his headphones here. 2 ball fits with brass knuckles. He has the briefcase that holds the files. Binoculars, tape recorder, of course, go with the headset here. Nice pistol, knife, a couple pairs of handcuffs. The ones when he got some folks locked up and some for those who broke out of them. You know what I mean? So, again, this was a fun figure. A great update, as we seen, to the original O-Ring figure. And they did an amazing job. So we're going to move on to our next Rawhide. Lieutenant Falcon. And this was the Falcon Let's look at the mug, because that was the issue with this guy. Nobody really liked this head sculpt. This was probably one of the worst head sculpts that came out of Classified, man. It's something about the jaw. It almost looked like kind of Frankensteinish to me. And I mean, looking at the original artwork, I mean, maybe it's the lips. I don't know. Something's not right about it. It's kind of like that uncanny valley kind of head sculpt. But other than that, he's a 1-to-1. I mean, it's an upgraded figure. If his head sculpt would have been better, and you know, we got the Night Force Falcon, which had a better detailed head sculpt than this one. But comparing the two, it's pretty much, I mean, dead on. You know, nice clean update. Could they retro the guy? Maybe. What would they change? I see he has the scarf here. Not here. I mean, you got the comms up here. I mean, knife holster, straps, pouches. I mean, what can we say? You know, originally released in 1987 along with the movie, classified release of 2023. And let's take an in-hand look at him, man, to see if it's really as bad as we say. And as you can see, we're going to get a close-up of him. Just as it's the look, I don't know, it's the eyes or something. He looks tired. Maybe he was, you know what I'm saying? He went head to head with the with Cobra Lie, you know. Then he got transferred over to Slaughter, and then he had to walk all the way back to the training camp. So maybe it works, you know what I'm saying? We do have the scarf on him here, and was not on the slide though. Also with his beret with the detail on here, you can see the camo. It is hard to pick up. It's real. It's not. It's a green, but the gray or charcoal that they use really kind of matches the green that they use. So it's really kind of hard to see as far as detail. It picks up a little bit better down here, but not on the pants. We do have pinless double jointed elbows, pinless double jointed knees. Yeah. Comparing him to the O-ring, he pretty much spot on. Again, like I'm saying, he is a cool figure. His sculpt wasn't the best, but again, depending on, you know, how you do it, if you got an extra Night Force Falcon, maybe if the head switch is proper, you could swap out the heads for this guy. But this is pretty much it. Solid figure. Nothing too much to write home about. But hey, we got him in classified. And we're going to go to the slide to see what items he came with. And as you can see, he came with the big shotgun, nice knife, backpack, and beret. And his scarf was not on here, but as you saw in the hand, that he also came with this scarf to wrap around his neck. Moving on to our next Rawhide, we have Tunnel Rat. So our second episode, Tunnel Rat has already had a few different figures in here. We've had the Night Force version, and we have the original version. So no need for a retro for this guy. No need for a retro card. He came in classified, and again, 1-to-1. Perfect update. As we look at both, we got the logos here. Logos here. We have the holster with the pistol. Even the paint is almost. It is. It's like we got the slash here, slash over the nose, paint here, here, here. They're matching head wrap, green, army green shirt with the scarf, dark black pants here, charcoal gray here, holster. I mean, up, and the marks on the arms. Hey. Perfect Tunnel Rat, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Originally released in 1987 as well. Classified release was 2023. Let's take an in-hand look at him. And again, we got him in Night Force. And this was a solid figure, man. Here we go. Nice details. You can see more paint apps on the arms on this side as well as here. Head sculpt looks really good. Nice texture on the gun holster. with that brown leather. I love when they do that instead of making it plastic. They give it a little bit of texture. You know what I mean? Kind of like down here. I mean, we got some wrinkles in the leather, so that looks good. Nice detailing on the holster over here. Nice touch to make them a charcoal gray, then with a lighter knee pad. Gives it a little bit more character than just like the all black, so I don't mind that at all. We got the brown boots down here. We had the pinless double joints on knees and elbows. All the same articulation that you expect from classified butterflies and everything. Solid figure. Again, no need for the retro for this guy. And we got both versions. So that might be the last run for Tono Rat. I think he was in Tiger Force. One of the, maybe. It's all running together. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's take a look at some of his accessories. Let's get back over to the slide real quick. And Tono Rat came with heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun. We got the dope night vision goggles. We saw this a few times in Classified with the 4 different lenses on there to swap out of. We got the 2 lights down here. And are these the lights? Because I know they post on both sides of the backpack here. Or they're like the night vision kind of scopes. Let me know exactly what these are. Then we got a pistol and a knife. So again, this was a great update to Tono Rat. And we got them in Classified. Let's go on to the next Rawhide. We have Law and Order, originally released in 1987, Classified released 2023. So it looks like, and I haven't really paid attention to, like a lot of 87 stuff, but we're even getting into, we get a lot of Cobra, a lot of stuff. So a lot of movie figures are really coming to play. And I think this might pretty much be it when it comes to the movie. We got Once a Man Cobra Commander, Serpentor, Pythona, Nemesis Immortal. We getting all these guys. So it looks like they're kind of wrapping up some of the main movie figures and things like that. So I don't know what the class of 87 looks like. I have to check it out to see exactly what other figures are left at 87. But again, here, another perfect update. I can see if they do a retro, other than changing his vest to that same color blue, is this, and maybe opening it up. Maybe that can be like a retro version. But do we really need it? I don't think so. I think that'll just be something that's, they got the mode and they just want to use it again. But I'm pretty sure like we've seen this mode before and used plenty of times across Classified. So I don't think they would kind of throw a retro Law and Order into play. But the Classified version is perfect in my opinion. I love the updates. Instead of having a grenade up here or the flashbang, whatever it may be up here, they added the walkie-talkie. This is a great touch. Holster still here. The badge is still there. You got the black belt. I mean, no silver hits there, but I mean, you got the green pants, black boots. Solid figure, man. This was a great figure. I love when they do the pets because they put all of the work and articulation in the pets as well, so they don't slack on those. So I kind of love when they add the pets to the figures. So let's take an in-hand look at Law. And here we have him. Another solid update to Classified, man. This dark navy blue gives it more of a updated kind of SWAT kind of police blue vest, which is pretty cool. The walkie does unpin from here, so you can actually use it. I'm glad that's not molded on. Unlike the walkie-talkie is actually molded on right here. Then again, we have the holster right here. Nice detailing on the badge as well. Nice detailing on the vest, even with the darker blue stripes down there. Not just giving us just an all blue, same color vest. Nice detailing on got a band here. I was thinking that was the watch side, but we got the nice watch right here. Nice little silver. Can we see, what does it say on there? It has a little bit of detail on there. Let's focus up, please. Let's see if we can get that in by itself. We got the nice detail here on the canine. Very nice. Nice detailing on the back here as well. Got the handcuffs. They do not remove, so they are part of the belt, as well as the flashlight is a part of the belt as well. I think this side is where you can put the other handcuffs that he came with. Nice touches on the holsters. Nice touches on the holster. The pouch. There we go. We have pinless joints on this guy and all the same classified articulation. Head sculpt's pretty good. No complaints about that. There we go. Better look. Solid all around. Moving back over. And he came with a plethora of things. He has a lot of hands just so he can, point out the commands to his companion there. And even the companion looks really good too. Like I said, I love when they do the pets. You get two head sculpts. You get a friendly head sculpt here, and then you get the attack dog head sculpt. You also get the visor for the pet. Very nice canine vest on here with some nice detailing. I mean, the articulation again. You getting joints at the paws, at the back of the legs, front of the legs, paw. You know what I'm saying? They do amazing jobs. Head sculpts can twist. Beautiful articulation. Baton, knife, pistol, sub, another pair of handcuffs, the ones that can go in the back where we looked at the in hand, the MP helmet. Very solid figure. Very beautiful. Let's move on to the next Rawhide. And we got Jinx. I was excited to get Jinx, man. I didn't know how they were going to bring Jinx to classify. I love the updated version. Let's take a look at her. We'll get a better look at hand. But the tattoo on the side of the arm, the sleeveless look, the wraps, the black wraps around here, still giving nostalgia to the original with the dragon logo on the chest here, but has a more traditional gi, more than just a pajama set. She did come with a masked head sculpt alternate, but I'm glad they gave her a head sculpt without it. And I like that when they do that with the female figures that we are getting. Like if they are masked, they might give them an alternate version as well. So I love that. It makes me because the head sculpts are beautiful. So it's depending on how you want to display them. Will we get a retro version? We could definitely get a retro version of Jinx with the sleeves. I'm pretty sure they'll probably add. I wonder which molds they will use for this. We can almost kind of keep these pants. They can swap out and make, instead of painting this black, this will be skin tone, right? They can make this part black, then the black part skin tone to match the slippers here. Arms will definitely be swapped out. Maybe even the top will be swapped out as well. So other than making it just like a brighter red, definitely they will have to throw the G.I. Joe on the side. You know what I'm saying? To make the original movie, you got to throw the G.I. Joe logo on the side of the pants, man. So I could definitely see Jinx getting a retro card. But again, released in 1987. Her classified release was 2024. And let's get that in-hand look. And here we have her. Again, she's a beautiful figure, man. The hair sculpt, they always do an amazing job on. We got the nice eyeshadow, real subtle pink. You know, got the blush on her cheeks. The lips look good with the red hair, short haircut. Very nice. Again, it's a very nice detail on the tattoo. We had like the Nimbus cloud kind of tattoo going on with the cherry blossoms going down the arm. Again, I think that was a very nice touch to bring her up to date. Pinless joints. On the sides here, you have a darker hit of red like almost like a burgundy down here on top of the red. Again, if we did get the retro version, she gotta have the GI Joe. You know what I'm saying? She gotta have the GI Joe logo. Um, Drop hinges, nice, simple. You know what I mean? The dragon was done very nice as well. Nice clean paint apps there. Nice addition with the little collar. So again, beautiful figure. Wasn't expecting this one, but hey, we got her, and I'm happy to have her part of the collection. So let's go back to the slide and see what accessories she came with. And she came with, again, so we see she has her staff here. Nice details. Nice silver metallic paint. Brown hits right there. Black pole. Some open fists as well as ball fists. So she can, of course, hold her weapons. She got the blindfold. Of course, we know that's from the movie. When she fall Python, she had to throw the blindfold on. And her alternate head sculpt is the mask head sculpt. So again, perfect update to classified, and definitely will see her in retro. I have no doubt we'll probably see it later on. If we don't, I'd be surprised. And she was also a part of the Tiger Force later on, and I think like the Toys R Us exclusive Tiger Force that came with like Sabotage and things like that. So on to I believe the last Rawhide, and we recently got him. We got Big Love, and he was originally released in 2010 as part of the G.I. Joe Collectors Club here. So that was a surprise to me, because I thought we had the figure earlier on in the line, but no. 2010 is when he first got his O-ring figure. This is actually Super 7 card, but so Super 7 did a version of him as well. But so I just kind of used that as his box art or his card art over here. But this is the card that came from the 2010 version, or did it come from? No, it came from he had a modern version too, which we'll take a look at in a second. So Big Lob has had 3 figures across the line total. Both 2 being from the Collectors Club and 1 being for classified. And again, just taking a look at him, there's original O-ring figure, red jersey, more of a football jersey. I think this might have been the same mold as the Fridges figure. So they just kind of repainted and did what they did. But definitely a better head sculpt. Definitely a better head sculpt, man. I like the additions that they have for classified. Solid all around. Great update. I like the the white and the blue wristbands. Just real sporty out. Definitely a taller figure in the line. And I'm glad they had the technology to make an actually taller figure, not make them the same size as the other figures. Let's say we recently did a review, so we're going to take a quick look at his in hand. And here we have him in hand again. Great to have him in the line. I'm glad they tackled like some of these guys earlier in the line. Didn't have to wait for them. Again, nice G.I. Joe logo that you really couldn't see in the slide, but he had that G.I. Joe logo right there. Again, I like that the 14 is actually over the crunch there, so you don't lose that, have that gap when when you bend them or move them. Articulation was great. Pinless joints. Again, head sculpt update was super dope. I wonder if they modeling these head sculpts after like people. You know what I mean? Because back you probably had a lot of the same molds, but I wonder how many. Who are they modeling these head sculpts after? But handsome guy, handsome figure. Glad to have him as a part of the classified. And again, we already did the full review on him recently, so definitely check that out. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to check out his accessories. So he came with a hand attached to a basketball, which is a very nice touch. Got an extra hand right here to hold the basketball, with both hands right here. Extra grenade, grenade launcher, assault rifle, big knife, and a pistol. Again, original release was 2010, a part of the Joe Club, and his classified release is 2026. So moving on to the last slide, and here's all the modern era figures. So all of the Rawhides have had a 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary, Comic-Con, Joe-Con. Across all those platforms, there has been a modern figure made of all of them. And here we go. We got Chuckles, we got Big Lob, we got Falcon. And this Falcon was even kind of like, do we not like Falcon? Because even this Falcon was just kind of like, it's kind of meh. But hey, we got him. Even he got like a lime green kind of situation. But anyway, we got Beachhead, we got Jinx, Tunnel Rat, and Law and Order. So, and I believe this Law and Order is based off like the Renegades version. This was based off. We got her because we got the Retaliation Jinx, where she was black and yellow. Again, new sculpt from the Joe-Con. I believe the Falcon was Lieutenant Falcon was from a 2-pack in the 25th anniversary, single card 25th anniversary, and Chuckles was part of the comic pack. I think so. Let me know in the comments. But that's it for episode 7 of the Raw Sub Team series. I appreciate you guys for sharing and commenting and showing so much love to this original, kind of series that I put together. We are on our way to another Cobra team, I believe. So stay tuned for the next one. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.